back to work today, ladies and gentlemen, after a longer weekend. I've got a very long weekend coming up next week. I'm so looking forward to it. We're running into the end of the sprint at the moment, which is interesting, which is good fun. We are currently struggling with an interesting bug that's been introduced by some work that I've done, where I'm importing some stuff into an elastic index. And all of the logs would infer that it's happened, but polling the index shows that it hasn't. It's really interesting. Like literally all the logs say it's fine, and whenever you try and step through it locally, it works. It is a pain in the ass. So I've been trying to walk away from that to try and figure out like what's going on. Just playing with the bath, with the plug in the bath. Because he's a pain in the ass. Just reminded me to check my podcast for tomorrow. Oh my god, I'm not going to have a podcast for my walk tomorrow. Holy heck. What else? But yes, I was doing that. Otherwise, I've started like doing some whip around stuff. Just a little fiddly diddly, you know how it is. I actually spent a significant amount of time today doing that. I'm supposed to be doing some admin stuff. Ugh, god damn, I'm just not finding the time for it. Monty's been asleep on my lap all evening. Monty, do you mind? We put that there so you can't fuck with it. But otherwise, Laura's gone shopping. I've done the cleaning stuff, like cleaning Monty's litter tray. Anything else gone on? Oh, I had the first mince pie of the season. Living the dream. And now it's bedtime. I'm going to read my book for a little bit. Oh, played chess. Again. Oh. Spooking him. Only one game today, but won. So 100% win rate. Boy. So I'm watching this guy's videos on YouTube and I'm like, oh, here are the golden rules at the beginning. And I'm like, right, okay. So you've got to try and defend the centre, develop your pieces, and defend your pieces while developing. That's momentum. You don't want to move a piece you've developed twice while you've got pieces that can do more, if you can avoid it. It's good fun. I'm really enjoying it. Look at this downward trend, look. I'm on a losing spree, boys. I don't think I'm getting better. I need to watch more videos, and I may need to buy a premium account on this website. God damn it. It's only like £2 or £3 a month. That's not too bad. That's manageable. I'll check as well what the thing it keeps dangling in front of me is. There's like a free trial. I'll try that. We'll try that. We'll see what it is. Otherwise, today has been a relatively fun day. Spent the day trying to fix a problem that I'd introduced. There was a bug that I'd introduced unknowingly because of something that happens at 2 levels. I assumed it only happened at this top level, and then I realised that down here it happened here. And it was throwing in some really interesting curveball bugs. I say bugs, it wouldn't have actually been a bug, but by mistake it wouldn't have been a bug, because in real life we're protected by files being alphabetical order, but these files were applied in a different order to non-alphabetical, which isn't technically true for non-test scenarios. But anyway, so I've been pairing on that all day. In the morning I went for a walk. At lunchtime I went out for a walk to go and pick up some final Christmas presents. It's Laura's presents, hiding down there. Not very well hidden, she knows they're there. Pick up some of that stuff and try and go to the opticians to get my lenses. Didn't work, so I had to go back in the evening, post something, get new glasses, and then I spent all evening on my knees, cramping my legs like a douche, trying to get my bloody presents wrapped. And then it was time to come downstairs, play a bit of chess while Laura watched I'm a Celeb. End of the sprint today. Annoyingly didn't get... It was really frustrating sprint because Monty's coming downstairs. He can hear me talking. You come in. I've got to shut the door because I'm talking. He's back in now. Yeah, because like... we didn't do enough, we didn't commit to enough work, like anywhere near enough work. But then we didn't finish everything, and we got hit by a load of problems. But and my argument about like, oh, we should be able to finish all of this in no time, or my counter argument of we shouldn't be so waylaid by issues, and still not be significantly impaired on the sprint. We weren't significantly impaired. We just there's 3 tickets we didn't get done for relatively known. It's really frustrating. It's not the good example that I wanted. I was hoping for. He just wants to leave now. Knows I'm not doing anything. It's like I was comfortable upstairs, Jimmy. But anyway, we did a sprint review. I've spent the day trying to debug some issues we've got with elastic connections that are kneecapping some tests on the regular, but also kneecapping throwing errors every now and again in prod, which is interesting. In or out? Pick one. In. Okay. Yeah. And then we had review and retro, where we're trying to unpick why I think, and the metrics kind of show, that we've stagnated and started to plateau a little bit. But I mean, there was two people in the team, me and the person I clash with the most. The team lead wasn't there. The other person who's been in the team for a long time wasn't there. And then we had literally someone who started on Monday and someone who started mid last sprint. So it was a bit of a waste of time. But I've been looking at, I'm really homing in on the tests. I want to transition to that role, and I'm really homing in on it. It's just annoying, Tim, because oh god, yeah, it's just annoying. Anyway, yeah, that's 5. Otherwise, I'm up 2 games of chess. Lost 1, but up. Oh no, sorry, up 1. 1-2, lost 1. Turned 1 around as well. I thought I was definitely going to lose. But yeah, that's it. Thursday tomorrow. Planning tomorrow. Bedtime, boys. Thursday today, so it was I could have actually gone swimming today, but I thought I'd give them 1 week to get all of the stuff in place or whatever, because they literally opened yesterday, and someone at work went at lunchtime and it said it was really busy. So I'm like, I'll give it a week and then go again. I'm actually on holiday next Thursday, so today was planning. We were planning a new sprint. It's an interesting sprint because obviously last couple of sprints I've said that we haven't had enough work to do, but yet we still haven't finished work. And this sprint we're taking in a bit of, we have this really annoying thing that's just going to take forever. And it could take forever, it could take no time at all. And I was basically saying that my confidence level for this sprint is low, but I still think that we could do more. This is a week, this isn't a full sprint. But there's one ticket that just, and it's not like this ticket is annoying but unimportant. It's annoying and blocking everything. But as a team, at least to a certain extent, we are trying to figure out how, as a team, we're trying to figure out how to better utilise the resources that we have available to us. At the moment, we don't have that much. Like I say, I don't think we do enough for the amount of resources we have. And we spend a lot of time wasting. There's certain thing we're wasting time on at the moment. It's driving me mad, but we're doing it. Piss me off. But yeah, otherwise, long walk in the morning, in the rain as well. And then we had, what else do we have? That was it, really. God damn, life's boring these days, boys. Playing loads of chess. I'm still kind of going down on the rankings, but I think I'm getting better, to be honest. Well, you know what? First time in a long time, I slept through my alarms. Turned them both off. Well, I remember my watch going off, and I was like, oh, I'm so tired, and I just went back to sleep. And I don't remember my other alarm going off. And I watched my sleep tracker thing. It was like, fine, awake, deep sleep. So fucked that up until basically Laura's alarm went off. And Monty came in begging for food. Friday! Spent a bit of time with the two new people in the team getting their stuff sorted. Otherwise, working with other teams, getting infrastructure set up and whatnot, fixing pipelines and shit. Been a busy day. Been a busy week. It's going to be busy next week as well, which is good. It's busy, but not really with work. We're already going to run out of work soon. I knew it. I knew it happened. 2 days in. But anyway. Words. Complete me. Otherwise, Laura got a restaurant meal kit sent, which was like burgers from a restaurant with like proper burgers and bacon and the sauces and stuff, and it was banging. But the whole house smells of burgers. The kitchen is basically like covered in a layer of fat from like the frying pan. Damn, boy. Hi, you okay? Today has been a bit of a relaxed, do nothing kind of day. Woke up at 6:10 to someone bopping my feet because he wanted to feed it. And then kind of hung around in the morning until like Laura went to get a haircut, and then I sorted out like the washing and stuff, just chilling, not doing anything. To be honest with you, I'm actually thinking about work, like actual work, which is interesting. Trying to figure out how to solve a problem. I'm trying to propose a solution to something. That's interesting because I don't think I've done that since starting this job. Like thinking about it outside of work time. Anyway, it's a good sign, probably. It's particularly about like test stuff as well. So, yeah. Otherwise, what do we have, boys and girls? Yeah, then when Laura came back, we had lunch, sorted out the decorations and stuff. Putting the tree up was fun with Monty. He's not allowed in the living room when we're not there. But at the moment, touch fucking wood, he's not paid too much attention. So fingers crossed about that. It's quite like, he's quite big for a kitten. Still a kitten. And he doesn't like fit in it. So touch wood. But yeah, then watch Formula 1. Like I say, I don't know. I'm trying not to beat myself up for not being productive. But I've done nothing today. So, like I say, I'm starting to think about things. At the moment, because I don't have anything outside of work, I'm thinking about inside of work stuff. Might be a good thing, might be a bad thing, who knows. And that's the end of the weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Again, nothing particularly exciting today. We had the fire on and was wrapping presents. We've now got most things down here. A lot of it's at the back because Monty climbs around the back of the tree, and therefore if we put it all around the back, then in theory you can't just hide behind there. But that's that, basically. Watched Formula 1, which was a fucking excellent race. Your boy George Russell got absolutely fucking robbed. God damn it, man, it was heartbreaking to watch. I've never been like so. I can't remember the last race I was that invested in. That's all I'm gonna say. God damn it, my boy, GR. Anyway, yeah, that's about it, mate. Like I say, got up late this morning. Well, no, got up, fed Monty, went back to bed and read for a bit, then got up late. Not really been doing anything. Very unproductive. Very unproductive. Didn't even do the cleaning. Supposed to do the cleaning. God damn it. But anyway, it is bedtime now. Monty is not allowed in this room, so therefore we have to turn everything off. One of the things we've got now is you can go, hey Google, it's bedtime. And you just don't have to worry about anything. You can just walk out. The thing that takes the longest amount of time is it talking to LG. Yeah, alright, cheers. Alright, thank you. God damn it. Your man over there, Monty, in his box, what's he looking at? We've got him this like tower. It's like a, you know how you get like cat trees, but this is like a little hidey thing. He can go in the little bottom one. It's got little balls he can bat about. It's a scratchy thing, so he can scratch it because he always scratches this, as you can maybe tell from, you can't tell. And he's actually been in it. He goes in here and he bats this a lot. He doesn't like this. He's very proper, goes for that shit. And he's just been up there. He's been asleep all while we're watching TV. It's so cute. Just sat watching TV and he's up there like. Yeah. So, your man, just chilling there. He came today in one piece. It was supposed to be a Christmas present, but we can't wrap something that big. It literally came like that. with like just this base bit just like screwed off, basically. Living the dream. Otherwise today, quite a fun day at work today. Lots of plates to spin. Talked to my line manager about like seconding to SDET role, which was fun. To go to the SDET. Lots of fun stuff. That is like basically official now. It's just like logistics problem basically now. Otherwise, what else? Went shopping. It was really good fun actually. Going shopping and actually like buying all of the like Christmas stuff, which was great. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Went a bit OTT. It was great. Basically anything that we could get now that can go in the freezer was done. I missed the opportunity to do a food order, which would be what I used to do when I used to work there, because I didn't clock that they might sell out. Because I'm a fucking idiot. But I basically managed to go around and just buy all the stuff I was going to buy anyway. So, happy days. There's a couple of things that we basically can't get because they won't last. But apart from that, it's great. Fucking brilliant, mate. I'm well excited. It's like, I'm well excited to have Christmas here for the first time ever. For now, I'm excited. I have a lot of time off over Christmas, normally, because we do a lot of driving around. And I like to have like a couple of days after all of the driving around to chill. This year, obviously that's not happening. So I don't know what to do with all my days off. / don't even know whether to cancel them and then carry them over into next year. But I also feel like I could do with a big chunk of time off to like recuperate and energize myself for next year, you know? But anyway, that's life. Nothing else to report, is there? Nope. My man's just using his litter tray before I empty it. Thank you. Oh, it's not a crazy amount happened today. At all. We've been just like doing some deployments and stuff, helping other teams with things. I've been trying to carve some time out to do some like admin stuff on the side, which is good fun. But yeah, it's just not been that thingy. I'm starting to bully myself a little bit for not being productive outside of work. Again, I'm trying not to do that. So I'm going to bed after Monty's finished rearranging his litter tray. But yeah, so I'm going to do that and then bedtime. Oh dear. I don't know, man. What's the date? I'm on holiday. It's Friday tomorrow, so I'm on holiday for 2 days. Fucking hell. A 4-day weekend. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do with that. Oh. Monty was sat really nicely in my arms, but the camera battery died, so I had to go get a new battery, and now he's a restless little shit. On the camera. What's this? What? Take it. Take it off me. And that was Laura's fault as well, because I had to bring a bloody hot water bottle down. And then he's like, oh Jimmy, I'm going to wriggle on the stairs and try and jump off you. Oh, shit. Otherwise, boys and girls, it is a weekend tomorrow. It's Thursday, but I got the day off. Fuck yeah. I've actually got a lot of errands to run tomorrow. I'm kind of looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to having errands to run. Gotta go get my hair cut, because Jesus Christ. I'm going swimming. It's Thursday. Always go swimming on a Thursday. I'm actually excited because I've changed my watch to the strap, this strap, so that it's tighter to my wrist than the like metal one. I'm gonna track my swim. Looking forward to that. It's gonna be great. Otherwise, well, today's just been a pretty wild day. I think it's like the run up to Christmas. I've not got that many days left in the office. And I need to get something done for a promotion thing. It's a pain in the ass. And I'm trying to like find pockets of time, but there's like lots of people wanting help with stuff, basically. It's not easy to like carve out time when there's like other people are blocked on things and like I can help them. But we also went to IKEA, got some dimes, and also put our favourite, got a a shower caddy. That's what it's called. Because we saw it on holiday when we was in Cornwall. I thought it was sick, and I'm like, I need to buy that for our bathroom. So we're bringing back a little bit of Cornwall with us all the way back to Bristol via Sweden. Living the dream. Anything else happened today? Because I'm not at work today, I've got the day off holiday, I can go swimming later than I normally would. But I've never swum in something in a watch before. I barely like swimming. This is obviously a swim tracker. I barely like swimming with a locker key around my wrist, let alone a watch. I've definitely never swum in anything as expensive as this. So it's going to be a learning curve. Last time I went at like 6:30 in the morning. I'm going at 8:30 today. When I was booking online, that was like the quietest time slot. So hopefully it's nice and quiet, who knows. The downside being that the only people that would go at this time are people who don't have work. So old people, potentially slow people. But I don't want to go fast because I'm terrified my watch is going to go, hey dude, you're having a cardiac arrest. That was a good swimming session. I'm now in town. I've got to go pick up some post and then get my hair cut. This mess. I'm actually really looking forward to today. Like, I've got like a few errands I can run, you know. I could just like go about doing stuff. And I'm excited for that. So looking forward to it. Like I say, I've got post, I've got a couple of things I need to pick up in some shops. I'm just out and about, you know, rather than being bunged up inside with nothing to do. It's been quite a productive day. I've done all but 2 of my chores. Of like all my little errands as I'm running around. Even did the shopping for next door. Did a bit of chilling. Although now I'm like, now it's the evening. I got to the evening about 7 o'clock and I'm like, what am I going to do now? And I've got tomorrow off as well. And obviously Saturday and Sunday. What am I going to do for the next 3 days? Oh God. It's sad that I've still got my old swimming towel with my name on it. What a sick boy. What a lad.
So we didn't have anywhere near as a productive day today. Trying to remember what I did actually. This morning what was I doing this morning?
I don't actually remember. I was going to go for a walk and then didn't because it was raining. And then I think I was just... That's really bugging me. What did I do this morning? This afternoon though, I went to go get some lunch and then I've basically just been on the phone with people doing admin-y stuff. And then my neighbour that I do the shopping for calls me saying that she needs to get a coronavirus test, but she doesn't have an email address. And that means she can't get one, apparently. She went to the hospital yesterday and they told her she needs to get one, but apparently the hospital can't do it for her. It's a bit of a shit show, mate, to be honest with you. Getting a coronavirus test is not as easy as I imagined it would be either. But I've got one posted to her door tomorrow. But yeah, that was fun. That was an exciting thing in the afternoon. Otherwise, in the morning, I was doing something on the computer. I might have just been playing chess. Maybe I was just playing chess. I think I was just chilling. I don't think I did anything particularly exciting. But it's bugging me for memory's sake. It's bedtime now. Oh, I left my book. My Kindle. Where did I put it in there? But yeah, that's all. Really was legitimately next to nothing. I was going to go for a walk. Oh, that's what I did. I ordered... we had a whip around for someone's maternity leave. And I have... done that for her. I bought a load of baby stuff online. That's what I was doing this morning. I knew it was something. I need to modify the tracking though, because I've flipped 2 of the letters around in a postcode because I'm a twat. Hey Moo Moo, how you doing?
Great, thanks.
Oh.
What can I do for you?
God damn it. So as part of the Monty training sessions, we bought a new toy. Look at this. Basically the problem is somebody likes to wrestle too much. He just wants to wrestle with you. And it'll just... Jesus Christ. So hopefully instead of him, watch me do it again. Instead of him like grabbing onto our legs or whatever, or our hands, we can give him a little, it's a pheasant, but it also honks. It's a dog toy. He likes it. So otherwise, yeah, we went shopping today. We got like basically the last of the stuff that we can preemptively buy for Christmas. And then like bulked up on some things for Monty, like food and litter and all that really fun, exciting stuff. I just watched Formula One. We'll watch some films. Get into that Christmas spirit, mate. That's what we're doing. But yeah, your boy left a really big scratch mark down me from one of his claws. He didn't mean to do it, but it hurt. So I say it's weird because like the best thing I've got so far is like if he wants to like wrestle, is you just leave because you're like, oh look, if you want to play and you do something we don't want, you don't have anyone to play with. But like that's like the best you've got effectively as like a training method. Cats just aren't trainable like dogs are. That's the thing. I've tried, although he does no sit, so there is that. I've got that far. Not got as far as Paul. He does fetch as well, but not on demand. You can't just throw something and he'll fetch it for you. Isn't that right, Boo? Okay. He's not happy because he's got been defleed. So he's got a wet patch on his neck he's not happy about. Isn't that right, Moo Moo? Shut up, Google. Well, you know what? Absolutely nothing was done today. We got up late this morning. Had bacon sandwiches. And then Laura made Christmas sausage rolls, which are lovely. Although we didn't cook them until later on in the afternoon. Watched Formula One with a tuna cheese toastie. Delish. And then Formula One was really fucking boring. It always is at Abu Dhabi. We then went... between there I took my next door neighbour's COVID testing kit to the post box. She like passes it to me. I take it off her. She gives me a bag with a walnut cake in, which I don't like. I take the bag and I go around the corner. I put it in the post box. I put the bag with the walnut cake in the bin, and then I wash my hands. And then I come home and then get Laura to open the door, and I come in and I fucking scrub 2 inches of skin off my fans. God damn. But yeah, man, I'm getting really good at this. Not really doing anything malarkey. Too good at it. But I think like basically now we're on the run up to Christmas, aren't we? We're on the run up to Christmas. Post Christmas we can start like gaining momentum again. I think. I'm not looking forward to tomorrow, I'm going to be honest. Starting late, it's a 9 till 5:30 kind of day. It's a hackathon thing where we've been put together in like a random group of 6 people, an estet, an architect, a team lead, and then just like a random set of people. I'm the hack owner, and we're going to be building something. I've just got no idea the logistics of it. Oh, it's not going to be fun. I'm not envisaging a fun day. But some of the people we're working with are relatively nice. I just can't see it being a productive day. I just see it as being a day that's just going to stress me out. I'm just trying to be positive. My God, everyone, today has been a fucking long day. Fucking long day. I went for like a long walk this morning in preparation. And then like from 9 o'clock, we're in this like hackathon with like obviously random developers that we otherwise wouldn't work with. Just like random people from different teams. So like team lead from that team, principal engineer from that team. And then like kind of, they built a team with like different tiers from other teams, you know? I was the owner of the hack. I was leading the hack because no one else wanted to, basically. And then we were trying to build this thing where most of the hacks were like semi-isolated, but ours needed a load of critical infrastructure, so we had to put it into a team environment. The app that we were editing, we couldn't run locally on our machines because we don't work in that space. Our machines aren't configured properly to run that thing on our machines, you know. And we do it. So I'm working with 3 other people, 2 others that are watching me, and I'm just like racing through the C# for this thing. We got it working. That's cool. Well, got it working. Someone else is doing the Terraform. 3 people, like we couldn't. Well, 4 actually, out of the 7 or 6 of us, 7 of us were busy doing other things for other teams, for like their real teams, which wasn't ideal. But then, yeah, so So like there was 3 of us. Anyway, so like towards the end we had like an hour to go. We get the other builds done. We try and deploy it. We deploy it, and then it's like, oh, we can't get the authentication to work properly. Our assumption of how the authentication worked doesn't work like that, and we couldn't figure it out soon enough because we can't start the tests. We can't start the app locally, and then that feedback loop was just too slow for us to get it in time. So like with like 20 minutes to go, I'm throwing together a presentation that explains the issues we had and how far we got. Oh god, that's traumatic. God damn it. I was kind of annoyed at it because like it could have been something that would have been like really good for me to lead and excel at, you know? But it didn't work out that way. But that's life. We're also the only team as well that didn't have anything good to demo out of the 4 that did it today. And sad at times. I have to watch the next 2 meetings and be like, were we the only one that didn't get a good thing out? I don't know. We'll find out. But yes, it's been a long day of just like sharing screens and shit. Ugh, man. But yeah, so it was already a long day because it started late and ended late, which I always hate doing because it feels like the day's really long. But yeah, and then it was dinner, sort the shopping list out. Laura went shopping. I do like the Monty's literature and stuff. And then settled down and watched TV. Headed to bed early. I was going to say early. It's not early. Relatively early. I'm going to read for a bit. God damn. Tomorrow it's the penultimate day to the sprint. Bearing in mind I've been off for the last 3 days, and we'll be 2/3 of a team because 2 people will be on their day for the hackathon. So yeah, I haven't had time to like look through what's happened in my now 3 days of absence, but I don't think it's a lot. So happy birthday. Oh, it's just gonna be a shit week, boys. Christmas party on Thursday. Christmas virtual party. Which doesn't sound good either. Looking forward to this week. We got a package today for our virtual Christmas party with like a load of like snacks and stuff in it, which is pretty cool. Got gin and prosecco as well. It's gonna be lovely. I'm really excited. Well, having said that, I'm really excited about the prospect of eating these treats. I'm not excited about the idea of having a virtual Christmas party. That's less appealing. Otherwise, today has been a bit of a wild one. We've had like a lot of admin stuff, doing like training and things. What Christmas present that is. What else did we do today? We've been trying to get the team environment up and running. Been doing some analysis of testing stuff. I think the likelihood of me seconding to SDET is going up. And the time at which I do it is getting sooner and sooner as well. Otherwise, we get to the point where in the evenings, I'm really struggling to figure out what to do. We finished dinner at like 6:30 today. And then like, what do you do? I don't know. Finish washing up by 7, that's 3 hours before 10. So, I've almost finished the boys, which is really fucking good. But it's bedtime. It's not bedtime. I'm going to go to bed and read for a bit because I've run out of stuff to do. Been playing chess. I'm nearly at rank 800, which I'm quite happy about. Mr. Moo has been cute today. Good grief. Don't know what's happening at ATM. Woke up this morning, relatively standard day. It was raining though. So instead of going for a walk this morning, instead I went for a walk in the evening on its own, because it was drier in the evening. I just played chess in the morning. I'm now I'm in the 800s. Yes. I'm happy with that. I'm slowly climbing the ladder. Also, I'm a bit in the walls. I've got my entire life without grating a knuckle. I've never understood how people can grate knuckles. And I was grating a parmesan, which is a big piece of parmesan. It's not like I'm grating like a garlic or something. And I just like look at Laura and to say something and just put my knuckle straight through the fucking grater. Fucking hurt. Not happy about it. Otherwise, today has been an admin-y day. I've been like kind of parachuting in every now and again to save the day on some environment stuff. But otherwise it's been like an admin-y day, meetings and handover stuff. Our SDEP He's going on maternity leave tomorrow. And that's apparently snuck up on us. Somehow we weren't aware that was happening. And we don't really have a replacement for our hive. So that's going to be like 3 teams that don't have an SDET. And I obviously said that I was going to succumb to it. I wanted to succumb to it. And in theory, that wasn't going to start until like after Christmas. But it looks like it's being pulled forward. So I'm going to be unofficially SDETing, I think, from tomorrow. I think. Planning tomorrow. It's a new sprint tomorrow. I don't know if I'm planning as a developer or as an SDET, I'm not sure. But yes, I was doing a couple of handover stuff. Otherwise, I'm also smashing through a proposal for a promotion as well, which is stressful. Because I've just got to block out my calendar basically and just be like, I don't have time to talk to you plebs. Because I need to do this stuff. And tomorrow, I normally start late because it's Thursday. But instead, I'm starting earlier, not going swimming, therefore, because I won't have time, so that I can finish my proposal. So it's going to be tight, boys. But yeah, ideally, I need that submitted to like before I'm officially seconding, because then at that point I'm like measured by different metrics. It's a bit of a mess. It's a bit of a HR little rabbit hole you fall down. But yeah. Otherwise, Monty's been on an absolute fucking mad one today, and he's just being like mischievous, you know, naughty is what he's been. Oh, Christmas party today wasn't actually too bad. In general, the day was spent just blasting out my proposal for promotion thingamajig, which I've like sent the first draft. I think I may have gone overboard on it. I don't really get it. There's not been like a format I've been given. It's just like a kind of ad hoc thing. So I've just been like, here's all the things I should be doing. Here are all the things that people above me should be doing, and the fact that I'm doing them all. And then here's a slab of things that I've done that marry up to those things, and then just kind of link, you know. So basically, it's just been a day of just like admin shit, and then planning, where we're basically planning to write off the next 2 weeks. Have a 4-week sprint, write off the next 2 weeks, effectively just focusing on trying to get the team environments up and running and get the test passing. And then other stuff. It's kind of weird because I'm officially going to be an SDET, but that's not been communicated. So, like, I don't know how to, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I can't really plan tickets anymore. It's not really my responsibility. So, but yeah, it's bizarre. It's going to be interesting. I'm really excited to like probably get stuck into stuff. And then otherwise, Christmas party. It actually like could have been a lot worse than it was. We had like a little hamper thing that we got sent. I had a little glass of Prosecco from a little bottle, and then a double gin and tonic. Watch out. And fuck me, did I feel them as well? I felt drunk. And I had like some nuts and some olives and some pork scratchings. Pork scratchings? Yeah, pork scratchings. Fucking gorge. Loved it. And it was just like pretty funny. Like it could have been either dog shit or alright, and it was actually alright. So there's lives or die based on like how into it the people that are running it are, you know. But yes, running up to the end of the week. We've had our last Thursday of the year so far. Going into Friday tomorrow. Like tomorrow, it's going to be I'm focusing on trying to like tie everything I've been doing into a little bow, because at some point they're going to go, Jamie isn't the developer anymore. So basically like trying to get things to a point where I can hand them over and then start to focus on more of the other stuff, which is going to be really complicated. It's going to actually be really difficult for me because I'll be overseeing 3 teams. 2 teams do a lot of work in stuff that I'm not that like experienced in, like confident in. It's like front end UI testing, which I've done, but not to the extent that, not using the tools that they're using, and like a different, like we follow a similar approach for like the C# stuff. If you remember when I joined, like the way they test is like different to how I've done before, where they've done like these spanning out of like, I've never unit tested the front end, for example. Never bothered. I've always just run automation scripts, but effectively just had like the end to end was not unit test level, it was just higher up, potentially with a mocked API, something like that, you know. So I've got one team that's like, 2 teams even, that are like doing things that I'm not that experienced with. And then obviously my team that I'm currently in, that I'm very deep in the weeds in, that I know all about, that I've got all ideas for. And it's going to be really difficult to try and like drop my team, because my team should need less time, and do the things that I feel less comfortable in, you know? It's like going to be like a proper get out of your comfort zone kind of thing. Really looking forward to that. It's going to be the best bit. Oh, it's bedtime. I've sobered up a bit now. It's official, boys and girls. It's official. The message went out to the team and the Hive today to tell them that I am no longer a developer for the next 3 months at least. I will be a software developer in test. And I spend my day to day doing exactly that. I've handed over all of the shit I was working on previously. And today I was like analysing our current suite of end-to-end tests. I'm looking to move a lot of them out, move a lot of stuff down. It's going to be interesting now because it's going to be a lot more like self-driven rather than like team-driven. I can more or less focus on whatever I want to a certain extent, as long as like I keep the hives. Basically, my goal is to push the hive forward, and then therefore the entire company's testing approach forward the best way that I see fit, effectively. And I'm fucking excited, boys. But yeah, it was kind of awkward. It was just being like, oh yeah, so Jamie's going to be tested? And I'm like, yep. Yeah, it's weird. And I don't know whether or not it's like dawned on people that I'm like kind of not going to be I don't know if it's dawned on them yet. I don't know if they think that I'm just covering pull requests, which is like one of the things estets do, and rather than me just like legitimately completely do something else. But then after stand up, like an email went out which I think solidifies it a little bit more. But yeah, living the dream. Otherwise, it's been wet today, so not too many walks. Been a bit bored after work, but it's life. Weekend. It's the weekend, boys. What are we doing this weekend? I ain't got a fucking clue. Not doing anything. It's not the best time of the year to have TV problems, but our TV currently will not, like, it connects to the internet and then just drops every like 8 minutes or something, like really frequently, and it just disconnects from the internet. And then you go to the thing and either the Wi-Fi on the TV will be off, or it will just be like not connected and then try and reconnect. It's driving me mad. So short-term solution, I've ordered a Ethernet cable to run from the router, which is there, around the back of the TV, around the back of the tree and stuff, into the TV directly. That should fix the Wi-Fi issues temporarily. And then, yeah, I need to do some research as to either how that's happening, and then failing that, be like, yo, the Wi-Fi's broken on the TV, dog. What the frick? It's under like a 5-year warranty, so it'll be fine. But yeah, we've not had it that long. It's very annoying, so. Otherwise, we've been watching things through the Xbox, which is sad times. Hello, Moo. How you doing? He had an absolutely mental morning, like literally mental. And then otherwise, he's just been literally asleep in his bed, which we thought he was just going in his bed to try and like coax us into leaving the room so he could attack the tree, which is what he was doing pre-going to sleep in his bed. But he's just been asleep all day. It's mad. What have we done today? Not a lot. We don't do a lot these days. I'm trying to think what old me would have thought about waking up in the morning to feed the cat and then going back to bed. Probably wouldn't be impressed by that. There is just like so little to do. I have so little to do that I'd just be bored if I woke up properly. So I just go back to bed and like read the news or whatever. Today we went shopping to go predominantly to get fish fingers for fish finger sandwiches. We had fish finger sandwiches for lunch and they were gorge. And we needed to buy some bread for tomorrow, like baguette, because we've got stew tomorrow. But then like while we were there, we just got like basically the pieces of stuff we needed for Christmas, like literally like parsnips, potatoes, that kind of shit, you know. So got that all in the bag. Monty was disappointed to not have anything when he got back. Look how majestic this boy is. Oh my God, look at him. Yes. He's like, what is this, Jimmy? Get this thing out of my face. I'll show it my booty. Hey, what's this? What are you doing? Oh my God, look at him. It's so beautiful. We bulk buyed like kitten food because otherwise we'd have had to do a shop in between Christmas and New Year and that'd be a shit show. But yeah, otherwise we're going to do our normal shop Monday, so don't know what the fuck we're going to do for meal plans. Speaking of which though, today Bojo comes in, changes the plans for Christmas. We are so fucking happy that we planned to stay in Bristol and we weren't trying to like shoehorn in a plan that would go to Nottingham and thingy. Like the one plan that might have worked, that like could have been a goer, was like Christmas Eve, we drive to Nottingham, I get picked up from Nottingham to go to Norfolk, and then we split for Christmas, which we've never done. Well, I guess we have done very early on, but since moving together. And then rejoin back up again. But now Christmas is only one day, Christmas Day. That's not possible. So we're just like really glad that early on we decided we're going to stay here and just like got everything ready. So like bought more presents, so you got more stuff to open, bought all the food. God, I can't imagine having to panic buy fucking food now. Like literally we'd gone today to get the last of like the veg and stuff. How many people were planning to go somewhere else and now is going to try and buy fruit and veg over the next couple of days? Fuck knows. So pretty fucking happy about that. That's about it. Otherwise I dipped from level 800 back up to 800 again on chess. I keep like blundering low down, but I seem to be quite good at like towards the end game of like just securing a checkmate. I've just been like, I had no right to win a couple of the games I had where I'd lost loads of pieces, but then I just managed to get a piece into a certain spot and just be like, you're going to forget about that at one point and all I need to do is do that. And basically it was just chasing me around and they just moved out of the way and I was like, oh, checkmate, bitch. But yeah, I don't think anything else to report. Except for the fact that, like I say, we dodged a bullet. Like as a proper bullet we've dodged about doing Christmas. Like planning to have Christmas here as early as we did was a fucking good call. Not sure if you can tell, but my man is just chilling in his little bed. His little cocoon. I think that's way too small for you to see. You can see his little face sticking out there, man. He's trying to wait us out. He's hoping that we go to bed and forget he's in here so he can just fuck up the tree. Today, we've not really done a lot. Surprise. No, we did the weekend like jobs today and I've been playing Satisfactory. Played chess. I'm 850 now. Nearly, there or thereabouts. Pretty happy about that, 840, 845 I think. But yeah, it's just been a pretty chill day. Ordered my Ethernet cables arrived. It's fucking huge. It easily goes from there all the way around to that's the cable, just there. There's like a huge spool behind there. Works perfectly. So it's just the Wi-Fi that's the problem. Like I say, it's only just happened like 2 or 3 days ago. It's annoying. This is one heckin' long video, but it doesn't really fucking matter because it's never going to get uploaded anyway, so I may as well take you through to Wednesday now at the very least. So last 3 days at work, including the last 3 days of work, last 3 days of the year, and it'll be my first full day technically. Friday was technically my first full day, but this will be my first full day being an SDET. I'm going to have to try and get myself invites to the other team's stand-up so that I can do stand up with them as well. I think I'm on call. I think I'm on like pager duty for like alerting. And I don't think I should be anymore. So I might have to message people and be like, hey guys, I'm still on pager duty. Don't think I should be though. One of the advantages of being an SDET is that I don't have to do that. Because I need to drop as many of my developer duties as possible. I don't know what my plan is tomorrow though, to be honest. I've already like analysed my test suites for my current team, tried to identify ones that we can rip out. I need to talk to the SDET from another team where I think a lot of them will belong in. If they don't already have them. I'm assuming they probably already have them. What else? What else do we have? Oh, I probably should spend a lot of time tomorrow, actually, thinking about it. I probably should spend most of my time getting into depths of the other team's stuff rather than this team's stuff, so that I can hit the ball rolling on in January. That's my plan. Here we go, we're at Sainsbury's. The car park is packed. I don't even need Christmas stuff. I just need stuff for the meals in the week. But it's going to be fun. Let's see what it's like, especially with a shitload of deliveries being blocked at the border because we've got a brand new strain of COVID. Living the dream, boys. Mate, this is crazy. This is Saturday busy. I've forgotten what it's like at Christmas. I never obviously shop at this time of year. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I've had a flying day. Fixed some tests. One of them turned out to be intermittent, so it came back again. But I fixed 5 tests and stabilised the environment, which is good. We've now only got 1 failing test. And it's like, make a successful payment. That's the one we can't do. Making an unsuccessful one, easy. Don't know, got to figure it out. I figured it out in the morning before time for stand-up. I had 2 stand-ups today. I'm organising some chats with some pips in the crib, Ma. Great. Shopping was crazy. Legitimately, if you woke up from a coma, you'd think it was Saturday. It was so busy in there. It's like 7:30 at night. It's pitch black. It's 7:30 at night, and it's busy. But obviously, with old Bojo ruining Christmas plans for everyone, a lot of people might just suddenly have to buy their entire shop. But we're just like trying to buy stuff for the week, just in general, like tomorrow's meal, you know? But anyway. That's about it, man. Oh my god. 10 failing tests this morning. No reason. It was a shit show. We're trying to run the tests a bit later. Potentially it's warm-up issues because they've run first thing in the morning. But there are just intermittent issues with the environment that we're going to go back in January and they're not going to be fixed. It's ridiculous, quite frankly. And it's really difficult to stop myself from, because I've gone from the tests are failing, I need to fix the environment, to the tests are failing. Like, my concern used to be whether or not the tests passed, and therefore getting the environment up and running. My concern now is whether or not the tests are correct. And like that differentiation is quite difficult to line up and kind of counterintuitive for what I'm doing. So I keep falling into the hole of trying to diagnose the environment issues, and I shouldn't be doing that. And that is like difficult for me to wrap my head around. And it's because I'm aestheting for my own team rather than being moved to an entirely different team. So it's quite complicated, but we'll see how it goes. Otherwise, had a right hoorah doing the shopping for next door. I really need to figure out a way to rescind our offer, because like, she just thinks she can call me for like any old shit now. It's not great. It's not great. And like, it involved multiple journeys today, because she really needed something, so much so that she called the shop to figure out where it was when I said I couldn't find them. My god. Anyway, otherwise I talked to Beth and Ben by video, looked at their house. So they've moved house now. They've gone up north, right up north. They've gone up north, not spent too much more money. So like the price difference between the house they sold here and the house up there is like relatively negligible, less than 100 grand, less than 10%. No, shut up. Whatever. Like they've got, I think it's like 50, 70,000 pound jump, and they've just like basically quadrupled the size. So like our house, this house was more or less the same size, but it was like different layout. So I think technically like each individual room is bigger, but the whole house, they are, no, yeah, this house was probably bigger, but like their new house dwarfs this. And it's like obviously up north, the prices are different. And then, so my comprehension was that within like 2 years or so, we'd be able to get a £500,000 mortgage on 2 really strong salaries. And Laura's like, no, like our mortgage will cap out at like, I don't know, 450 grand or something. And I'm like, what the fuck? That's what's wrong with the fucking market. Like, we legitimately have a joint income in like the top 1%, and you still can't buy a house in half of Bristol. Oh, that's stressful as fuck, man. The fucking world's fucked. God damn it. And we're like rich, basically. I need to be a millionaire. Life just gets so much easier when you're a millionaire. God damn it. Look at this, look, it's like 7:20 maybe? Something like that in the morning. It's pitch fucking black. It's pissing it down with rain. I think I've seen one other person out, and it's that person there with a dog you definitely can't see. Got my umbrella. It's nice. I had to get out this morning. I've missed too many morning walks, you know. Oh god, it's the last day of work as well. My god, guys. And it's like there's 2 of us in the office. Well, 2 of us quote unquote in the office, and it's well, I say that. On my old team, there's technically only 1 person, and then obviously I sit above them, sitting over 3 teams. I don't know how many people are in the other team, but either way, it's going to be a quiet day, and I don't really like that person either. I also need to be a little bit more deliberate about trying to distance myself. I've got to stop thinking myself. I've got to stop thinking of myself as part of that team. You'll get there, Jimmy. Not a lot was successfully done today, boys. Laura was saying that, like, in the office, the last day is like, you'll go to the pub for lunch for Christmas, you're going to have like a drink and a nice big lunch, you'll just be having like meetings and stuff. It's just like chill, you know? Everyone's chatting, having a good time, as much as there aren't many people in the office. But like, you're just at home, just like, I know, to talk, like we just talk to each other. So not a lot was done. I was attempting to get my machine, I've been trying to get my head around the tests for the other team. They are, so it's like mostly, well, the new stuff they've been working on is Vue, so it's like JavaScript testing, which is interesting because I've never actually done that before. In general, I've never had a UI complicated enough to warrant it, to be honest. Thin clients and all that, like it's just been like not complicated enough to not do from an end-to-end level. So I need to like wrap my head around that. It's going to be a learning curve for me. I'm excited about that. But the tester I've overtaken was they want to rebuild the end-to-end tests effectively in JavaScript, which is just not a good idea because it just makes it more difficult. The rest of the company is using C#. So there's a shared code base and there's a lot of like complexity in the stuff that you've got to build up that it just doesn't make sense to rebuild all of that again in JavaScript. But anyway, I was trying to wrap my head around how that works, doing some like admin, to do some objectives, which is interesting because my objectives are done at a time when I'm a developer for a time when I'm an SDET, and I'm like, I don't know what to put for this. And my manager has been off for the last 2 weeks for AWOL off, so I'm assuming it's not a good reason to be off. So you can't really be mad. But also because of that, I've just been like ploughed by a bus. I'm on call tomorrow and Christmas Day. I don't know why I'm on call on Christmas Day. I feel like Christmas Day is out of hours. Like, I understand tomorrow, technically someone from, well no, firstly I don't understand because I'm not in the team that I'm currently doing the on-call handover for. But out of the 2 of us, there was 2 people on today, effectively I'm on the schedule. And for the rest of this week, I've like passed it over to someone else. I've like set someone else as an override. But then today, on the last day, it's me and guy I don't get on with very well. And they're like, "Are you okay with a schedule like this?" I'm like, "Well, I don't think I should be doing this, but I can't be a dickhead, basically." But it's thankfully it's like reduced down, so it's just prod. It's just prod issues that can cause us alerts and stuff. So I'm just gonna try and forget about it. But I got hit by that bus. That bus was coming. I wasn't dodging that fucker. Otherwise, we've had a chill evening. I've turned off. I've had a chill evening. Laura's been on a Zoom call with like some old school friends. Went for a walk. Did the final bit of shopping for next door. Oh, it's Christmas, guys. So I'm gonna end it here. This video is an hour long. It's like the entirety of December, right? My God. Anyway, but yeah, that thing about the schedules thing, everything is just so last minute. There's no plan. Like, oh, that's the thing that bugs me. It's like, in theory, if we'd have done that last week, on Friday last week, it would have been like, everyone would have been there to be able to decide who's best for it. God damn it. And I'm like, on the day where I'm like, yeah, cool, I get to shut my laptop off. It's like, oh no, you don't, lol. So I'm just a bit sour about that. But also, like I say, technically I'm in 3 teams, so it doesn't make sense for me to be on call for one of those 3 teams. Anyway, Monty's, by the sounds of it, in the bath where my umbrella is. So I'm gonna go. Thanks for watching this video, ladies and gentlemen. Not that you ever did. I'll catch you later. It's Christmas Eve, ladies and gentlemen. Day off today, although at like literally the time that the PagerDuty, the like alerting window opens, got 3 alerts for test environments that shouldn't even have alerted, but they were technically raised at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and they get like sleeped until the beginning of the day because of the type of error it is. So it skipped past the window where it wouldn't raise, which is annoying. But anyway, so I raised all the incidents and stuff required for it. Nothing broken. It's just a pain in the ass. But otherwise, got up later. I've tried to, while I'm off for the next like week and a bit, I'm setting my alarm a little bit later, trying to train more importantly, trying to train Monty to want food a little bit later. That's a key part. I feel like walk in and like try and wake you up basically, and like try and bat your feet and shit, or just meow and make noise. But he didn't come in till like 7:20, so that was when I got up this morning. Getting a lie-in, boys. Today we're heading into town. I need to pick up some post, so we got our hot chocolate, had a walk around, and got some sushi. Then came back here, and we've then been like in like planning mode, throwing together a quiz round because we've got to run a quiz round each tomorrow as part of the Christmas festivities. Planned all the meal and stuff, all that kind of shit, you know, all that kind of shit. Is that it? And then we had some dinner, and then we just finished watching Toy Story 4. Laura's seen it before, but I haven't seen it before, so let's watch Toy Story. It's pretty good. Pretty good. What else? That's it. And the battery has dropped to 0%, so we're gonna go to sleep, because otherwise Santa won't come. I'm so looking forward to tomorrow. We can just do whatever we want all day, except we've got to cook. So there's like a couple more jobs than we normally have to do, but we can wake up when we want. As long as Monty doesn't wake up, we can wake up when we want. Oh, great. It's going to be sick. We get to sit here, open presents, get to give Monty his presents if he's asleep in time. Otherwise, Santa won't come. Merry Christmas, everybody. It's Christmas Day. It's Christmas bedtime. That's what it is. I'm pooped. I didn't sleep very well last night. I just kind of woke up I felt like I never really got to sleep. I just kind of dozed. And then, so I woke up this morning at 7:20, when Monty came up for food. And then I was like, oh, thank God for that, really, because I'm kind of getting tired of trying to go to sleep, you know? We've had a great day. Like, it's obviously, it's been a really weird Christmas. Obviously, it has. It's been completely different to what we normally do. And, like, if anything, today's the easy day. The next couple of days are the harder couple of days, because Christmas, there's obviously too much stuff going on. Boxing Day is boring at the best of times, let alone this year. But yeah, so we woke up, we got to do loads of things that we wouldn't normally do. We woke up in our pajamas. We like open presents downstairs by the tree. Normally we have to we don't do that till after dinner normally. And normally we like, because we're at Laura's family, we like get up, straight in the shower, straight dressed, that kind of thing, you know. We then had breakfast, and then we just kind of chilled out, just kind of sat talking, playing games while we cooked dinner. We cooked from like 12 o'clock till 2:30. Don't get me wrong, we cooked way too much food. It's actually really difficult to shop for only two, because obviously everything's kind of designed for like families, so you can't buy like pigs in blankets. You get a pack of 6. What you should do is take out 4 of them and just put them on the side, you know, rather than cook all 6. That's ridiculous. But but yeah, I am ashamed of how little I ate. To be quite frank. And also I think we went over the top a little bit on like getting the best of this, getting the best of that, getting the best of this, getting the best of that. We should have just been like, we don't need a really fancy stuffing and a really fancy gravy. That's unnecessary. I think the fancy gravy pushed it over the edge. We're Bisto people. Watered down stock is fine for us. But it was really nice. It was just too much good stuff. So it was just like really strong and really like rich, you know. For like starters, we had like meat plate with like olives and sun-dried tomatoes and like a ciabatta thing that we baked it in the oven. Laura's coming out, and we didn't have a pudding because we had so much fucking food. We played this. We used this, which is just like conversation starters, basically. Laura got me this game, which looks really fucking weird, but it's really fucking good. Never played a game like that before. It's great. Monty hasn't known what to do with himself. He's been like having a bit of a mad one, and then he just like conked himself out in the afternoon, and then he's been having a mad one. He keeps getting told off because he keeps fucking around with the tree now that we can't protect. Well, no, he's not fucking around with the tree. He could fuck around with the tree if he wanted to, but now he's like trying to go behind the blinds and stuff. So, but he has a little fish that flaps. If he kicks it, it's off at the moment because it's actually really loud. And he's got 2 new bowls as well for his food. And he had a really nice Christmas dinner as well. Posh food. We did a like quiz with Laura's family on Zoom. WhatsApp, actually, WhatsApp video. Crazy. Yeah, and then we just had like, for like supper, I guess, we had like just a couple more pieces of meat and olives and stuff. Alright, Boo Boo. You okay? Please don't scratch our chest. We don't need to do that, do we? And it's better. It's been a great. I've really enjoyed today. Like I say, today's the easy day because there's so much going on, you know. I'm not fighting with you, Monty. Just stay away from it. I don't want to make you excited. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to play a couple of games of this before we. Now we know how it works. It's good fun. But anyway, yeah. So. Thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed this video. And I'll... No. What are you talking about? You crazy man.
Monty would like to say no.
He'll patch your head to sleep. Bop. I'm on the lookout for something. I don't know if Monty's moved it or I've just lost it. Both of these things are possibilities. But it's Boxing Day, ladies and gentlemen. And it's... time for bed again, boys. We haven't done anything of note today. We've just been chilling. Woke up relatively late, 8 o'clock. Monty didn't come up till late as well, so we've now conditioned him to get up later in the morning, which is good. But otherwise today we had breakfast, chilled out, played some games, watched TV, just chatted. Living the dreams. We had like leftover cold meat sandwiches for lunch, and then for like dinner we had like party food, cheese and crackers. And we haven't cheese and crackers for a long time. I wonder if I put it still in my pocket of my old jeans and I put them in the wash. Got it. God damn. Played a couple of, like I said, played some games. Nothing. Didn't leave the house or anything. Got to leave the house tomorrow. It's been really wet and miserable today. There's been a storm about. So hopefully it won't be wet and thingy tomorrow. It's supposed to be cold tomorrow, but not wet. Oh, yeah. Right. But you're also like starting to exhaust TV. Told you, Boxing Day, worst day of the year every year. Oh my gosh, we've been in the kitchen with the fire on all evening, so every other room is just freezing cold. We had a lie-in today. Don't really know why, because I didn't. Oh no, we had a glass of wine yesterday, but we weren't particularly drunk. But I had a lie-in. I didn't get up till like 9. We went out for a long walk. It's like a good 2 hour, like just loop around and stuff. And then we came back here, chilled out, watched Lion King. Never watched The Lion King before. It's alright, I guess. And then just like some casual TV while I've been looking at my laptop. Been looking at some machine learning stuff. I'm going to try and learn more about that. I'm going to try and learn how to build something very specific and just see if I can get it working. It's for an idea. And it's like one of the crux of the idea is that I need to be able to generate a load of data, and I'm going to be able to try and use machine learning to try and pull that out, try and create data to then apply big data models to. We'll see if I can do it. You never know. Otherwise, I've been doing the same thing I do semi-regularly. It's like on a quarterly basis. I decide that the Nexus 7 is too slow and I want to buy a new tablet. But I don't want something iPad-sized and I don't want something crap. And I'm not used to buying something for £100. And it will be a significant upgrade of the Nexus 7 for £100. But I know that it's not very good by modern day standards. And I'm not used to doing that. You know, that's like a mental algebra that my brain's not good at. So I will never buy one. Otherwise, we had dinner, which was leftover from Christmas dinner, the beef. We did a Korean fried rice, which was nice. It's a bit spicy though. It said hot sauce. I bought some hot sauce. I think the hot sauce I bought was too hot. What else? And then otherwise we've just been playing games. We played Monopoly Duel, Taco versus Burrito, and Hugo, which is like a just interesting, like just a conversation question thing. And we've been drinking spirits. So we've done everything now. We've done everything that you're supposed to do over Christmas. We've done them all. The last one was spirits instead of wine. Laura bought me a nice coconut rum because I only drink Malibu, but it's really nice. So maybe I'm a rum person. Who knows? It's bedtime though. I don't know if you can tell, but it's snowing. Today was a day where I went out for a walk in order to do something. Nothing. We didn't do anything today. We played another game, Ticket to Ride, later. We had the leftover of Christmas pudding, which was a plum crumble. We've like exhausted all of the Christmas stuff now, so it's like we're just on the tail end of like trying to use everything. So like we had the last of the joint, the like beef in a sandwich, just gorge. Otherwise, I've been looking at some ML stuff, which is exciting. I'm going to try and like challenge myself to learn more stuff. And there's part of me that's like toying around with an idea that would only be possible based on a significant amount of big data crunching, ML data crunching. So I'm just kind of getting the ball rolling, really, learning a bit. Did a bit of Python. Haven't done Python in a long time. Hate Python. I just don't get it. I don't get why people like it so much. It's crap. And did a bit of F# as well. Only a very brief F# before I realised that what I'm trying to do is do everything. I don't want to install a load of crap on my laptop, so I'm doing everything within Docker containers. And then I realised that the F# one, like the NuGet package it was using, was way out of date. And then just it complicated things, and it relied on some Java packages that it also pulled in. And I'm like, I don't like things that wrap things. As a general rule of thumb, I'd just rather use the Java thing. Like if you're gonna do Java, just give me the Java. Don't fucking wrap it in a .NET thing. But anyway. But yeah, so I'm looking at some ML stuff. I've had to play with some models that already exist that pull out entities from free text. So like it will spot organizations and spot people. It's not very good at it. Although what I'm trying to do is relatively complicated, so I'm going to have a go at some ML.NET stuff tomorrow, and I'm going to see if I can train it myself. a bit better rather than using a generic one. Because what I've got is actually more structured than general free text speech, but because it's more structured, it means it dropped a lot of the stuff. It's like kind of not expecting, the model's not expecting it to be so structured, and in theory I could train that model and get there, but I want to be able to build like a kind of a graph of, I want to build a graph representation of the data within that model. But yeah, basically, like what I want to do is I want to try and like spread my wings a little bit more, learn a little bit more about just new stuff, technology development wise. Because at the end of the day, when you boil everything down, microservices, web technology, it's all kind of the same. It's all kind of more or less the same. Obviously, I'm like really good at like the test side of stuff, and I'm like really deep on that side. But like in general, most applications are all the same. So if you go down the ML route, it's like a bit more varied. But I don't know if I'm treating it like a data problem. When like, I don't know if like I need to change the way I think about it rather than try and model the data. I feel like what I'm doing is I'm trying to build a model of the data rather than being like, here's a thing, go. Kind of, you know what I mean? Like, but we'll see. We'll see. I think I need to train a little bit of a model because it needs to be a controlled AI, not just one that spits out a number. It needs to be able to, because of what it is going to be, it needs to be able to describe the logic it took to build the place. So it needs to be able to visualize those things, in which case I'm going to need to model the data. So we'll get there. So, anything else happened today? But yeah, otherwise just watching TV. Watching TV and playing around with that. And playing some chess as well. Standard. Oh yeah. I keep thinking I need to sign off, I don't. You're going to ask what I did today? I did the same as I did yesterday. Me and Laura went for another big walk. A gap in the rain. It's been like really rainy and snowy this whole week. And we went for like a longer walk, like an hour and a half, big old loop thing. Just chilling really. It's the last day. Laura's back at work tomorrow. And the day after, I think. What day is it today? Tuesday, Wednesday. So yeah, she's back at work, and then and then back on work on Thursday. I've still got that off. I don't go back until next week. So yeah, we just went for a walk. Otherwise, Laura didn't sleep very well last night, so she just like sat and watched Monsters Inc., which is code for fell asleep in the first 2 minutes. And then I've been working on been trying to learn about natural language processing and machine learning and whatnot. And I've been like, obviously I did modules about it at university, but it's very dumb. Like I know that I obviously learned about like the theoretical side of it, and then we did like a really pre-baked, pre-ham done like image recognition system in MATLAB, I think it was. I guess there was, oh no, we didn't know. The artificial intelligence like module itself wasn't done, but we did something in MATLAB. But it was all like kind of half provided to you, and I've been like looking at one in Python. There's a leading like product in Python, which I think the reason Python is picked up as like the one you should write out. Let me get into this. So I've basically just been playing around with like the tools and stuff that are available. So I looked at Python yesterday. I was looking at some ML.NET stuff today, which is Microsoft's answer to it. And I think the only reason Python is used for this kind of like data processing, blah, blah, there's not like some inherent advantage of it being Python. It's just that Python is more, what's the word? It's more like accessible to people who aren't developers. And I know there's lots of people who do like really heavy work in Python, but like in general, it's designed to be accessible to people who aren't developers, and therefore will attract people like people who are doing PhDs in like maths and statistics and like data scientists and all that kind of shit. Whereas like your traditional programming languages like C++ or Java or C# won't get that appeal because it's inherently more complicated and more powerful. And you can kind of tell that because whenever you're looking at like the documentation for packages and like products and stuff, it's always like really dumbed down, which means you can't like get into it. But the problem with Microsoft stuff is that in general it's not got as much open source support, and as soon as Microsoft steps into the market, everyone else kind of leaves it. So, but I've been playing around. So I was playing around with a demo that yesterday pulls names out of a document, which basically the entity. What I want to do basically is have a document that describes a story, effectively a story. Pull all of the entities out, find their aliases, which is important for the very specific cases that I want to try and use it for. So like my aliases might be like your name abbreviated, something like that, or like different nicknames, I don't know. And then figure out what your role is in the story, and there are set roles in the stories, and what your relationships are to other entities. That's like what I want it to be able to do. And I kind of naively thought that pulling out names from free text would have been a solved problem. But there seems to be like 3 leading things that do it, 2 of which are Python. Microsoft stuff doesn't even attempt it, kind of thing. So it's like, so the thing I did was like figure out whether or not something is positive or negative, like whether it's a rude statement or a polite statement. That was the like demo I did. But I've been like looking into all of the maths behind it to try and figure out what it is that I actually want, whether or not I need to like, am I thinking about it wrong, going, oh, I need to identify the names? I probably don't. I just need to identify the roles and where they are, and then I can read out, I can effectively like grab the names after the fact. It's like interesting because you've got to transform the free text into something that is more understandable in some way. What's the correct way of doing that transformation? That's the question, basically. And firstly, I thought this would be a solved issue, but it's not. And secondly, I thought, Secondly, I thought that because of the domain I'm in, it's quite structured. It's not actually structured, but it's quite structured. So I thought that would make it easier, but it actually makes it harder because like normally names are repeated, but like it's not. They use all of these aliases in my world, so I need to like. It actually I only have the name once, so it's really difficult to spot what the difference is between a name and just a random word, because there isn't multiplied over and over again. And in this document, more likely than it is in other documents. So yeah, it's good fun. But yeah, I've been like I say, I've been looking into it. It's interesting because it's the whole thing about like the thing I'm trying to build. What's your USP? What sets you apart from other people? A lot of the things with AIs is that it's based on the model that you train, and me training the model, like me designing my own model and training it myself, is an advantage, but needs a lot of data. Am I spending too much time on the easiest part, effectively, that's potentially solved elsewhere? Not that I've seen it solved elsewhere enough in the scenario that I'm in. But it's interesting. It's getting out of my comfort zone, and I'm just trying to figure out how to solve it properly. But it might just be trial and error. But the problem is I don't have a large pre-prepared data set. I have access to data. I don't have it pre-labeled. So maybe I need to go through and prepare a shitload of data. Maybe that's what I need to do. Get a shitload of data, pre-label it by hand, and then I'm going to have to do that at some point. So I'm not looking forward to that. Also, like the data I have found, it's complicated. It's like, while it is like very structured domain, it's also structured in very specific silos. So like the silos, in theory, they all follow the same structure, but they don't. And I've found a semi-similar silo to the silo I want, but there isn't much. What I'm basically trying to do is trying to, without over-engineering, hacking something together to see if an idea I've got is possible. Because at the moment, I think it's so complicated it might not be possible. And like out of the number of risks that are involved in going down this ideas route, one of them is technologically, there's a technical risk of I need some kind of breakthrough to prove it works. Red Spider, I was kind of gluing together 3 or 4 different things. Something that existed in the 60s, something that I've built now, using different tools that can do that better. This is like new, really new. And this is the first building block of that thing. I need this to work for that to work. So yeah. Otherwise we just went like shopping Tuesday, but we weren't shopping because we couldn't bother to go yesterday. And now we're going to bed. Laura's already been to bed. Laura went to bed at 10 because she's got work. I've been watching YouTube vids. When am I going to set my alarm for tomorrow? I don't know. I'll find out. I'll figure it out. I've come to town to do something I never do, which is browse the sales, because I've got fuck all else to do and Laura's working for the next 2 days. And we're going to go into lockdown tier 4. It's not been announced yet, but it's coming, so make the most of it. So I kind of want to go in the Samsung shop, but they've got like 5 employees in there. And at the moment, one other customer, so maybe that's my go. It was empty earlier. So I'm plucked up with courage. I went in. Obviously, I got swarmed by employees. They weren't even that helpful either. So like I said, I'm on the market for a new Nexus because the Nexus is dying. It's old. It's very slow. It's not dying. It's okay. But like the question is, do I want a new Nexus? In which case, the obvious thing to get is like the Samsung Tab 8 or whatever bullshit. It's like £100, you know. It's an upgrade in every like meaningful way over the Nexus, but it's not very good, you know. Because like what I'm currently using the Nexus for is literally just watching YouTube videos. It can't even handle like Netflix anymore. And then maybe Chromecasting from it every now and again. When we go on holiday, we Chromecast from it. Or do I want a tablet? In which case, if I want a tablet, then I'm going to have to spend some more money, obviously. The obvious candidate is the iPad. I think the iPad's too big. Oh, it would be too big if I was to use it like the Nexus. But it wouldn't be too big if I actually want to do tablet stuff. If I bought a tablet, would I end up using it like the Nexus? Or would I start using it like a tablet and start doing more tablety things? Like browse the internet, play games, whatever, you know? In which case, obviously the iPad's a better thing to go for. But anyway, I was interested in, I wanted to see the size difference. I want to see the size difference. And I wanted to confirm. Oh, hi. How's it going? Whether or not. Hey, Monty, come out of there. I'm trying to get some headache tablets. You're giving me more of a headache. Whether or not you could do like multiple user accounts. The other big thing, apart from its size, put me off the iPad, is not having multiple user accounts. Because therefore, I'm probably less likely to use it like I use the Nexus or like a tablet, because I won't be able to sign into YouTube because me and Laura, like it'll be a shared device. Me and Laura would use it, so I wouldn't sign into YouTube. And then therefore we'll use it less for that kind of stuff. Won't sign into Twitter. If I ever want to do anything online, like buy stuff or anything like that, then I can't because like I'll need to log into LastPass to get my passwords. It's a pain in the ass. It's not even like I can just just sign into things on the fly anymore, you know what I mean? But the person in the shop said you couldn't do that. However, I think online you can, but I can't find anyone like on video doing it. I've just seen like a help forum on Samsung's website. So I don't know what's happening there. Either way, I'm just dawdling. Otherwise, I got myself some new pants, some new socks, and 2 new t-shirts. I very nearly didn't buy them. They're polo shirts. Very nearly didn't buy them because they're like 50 quid, and I'm like, I like them, but I don't need them. And then I was like, talk myself into it, put them through the till, 35 quid each. Living the dream. Otherwise, came home. I've been organising code, so I've been like figuring out how I want to do more like proof of concept, like hacky things. Figuring out like how to do that in a way that my laptop and computer can do it at the same time. That involved just like a little bit of cleanup, just like clean up some old stuff, move some new stuff around. I don't know what I'm going in that cupboard. Sort all that out, and then otherwise I was looking at the kind of data I need to do what I wanted to do yesterday, what I was talking about last night. And I don't think I can have access to the data I want, and I kind of like lost hope in that thing. But I want to spend more time learning things I don't know how to learn. So I've decided I'm going to try and build something that can read generic text, highlight entities or persons, and then identify them and then build relationship maps between them and other things, and then maybe save things that happen to them and not to other people and all that kind of stuff. Just to see if I can, kind of thing. But yeah, I decided that like after a walk and stuff. Otherwise, had dinner, chilled out, played some chess. Got summoned by next door to yesterday order a COVID test to post it, and then she's given me a shopping list of things I need to get her tomorrow. And she's given me like the brand of cigarettes she wants me to buy from a corner shop, and I'm drawing the line. I'm not doing that. At the end of the day, I need to start being less useful and less willing to just say yes to stuff, because I need to draw lines. Otherwise, I'm just going to end up doing everything for her. You know what I mean? I drew the line at doing the test for her, like putting the fucking thing down her nose, which I'm absolutely not doing. And then it's like, oh, it's just so fucking irritating. Like, firstly, like, I'm trying to do you a favour. I'm not literally your staff. You know what I mean? Like, so she effectively like summons me now, and then she's like, "Oh, what time can you do this tomorrow?" And I'm like, "I'll bring it round like 10 o'clock or something. I'll probably do it at 10. Bring it over just after 10." She's like, basically, well, she like laughed for some reason. I don't know why she was laughing. Legitimately don't know why she laughed at that. And then she's like, "Oh, could do it later?" I'm like, "Well, you're not going anywhere. If you can go somewhere, you can do your fucking own shopping. Why am I like? I feel like I have to live my whole life around her. It's too my fucking nutted." But anyway, I need to get out of it, and my process of getting out of it is to start slowly saying no to things, slowly becoming less and less available until she stops asking. Because when she does ask, I'm not available. Which is mean. I feel mean, but she's got other people that can do this. I'm not the only person that does the shopping for her. So the person you are getting to do shopping that isn't me can buy more stuff. Alright? She used to like go to a care home or something, like legitimately. But god damn it. Anyway. Obviously I feel bad doing all that, but that's life. But I think I can draw a line at cigarettes. I feel like I can go my entire life without buying cigarettes or going to some dodgy corner shop to buy them. You know what I mean? I'm not doing it. So, drawing the line. I quite literally I went out for a walk, deliberately leaving my headphones, partially because I feel like I spend too much time consuming media, either YouTube or Instagram or whatever, and therefore podcasts on my walk, and I wanted to think. But also because I was stressing my balls off. And I wanted to talk to you, and then my camera battery was dead, wasn't it? Joy. So I basically spent my entire day just staring at an empty solution because I can't figure out how to. I get so angry at myself as well. I can't figure out how to just hack things together. Like, what I'm doing doesn't have to be an enterprise grade piece of software with like distributed microservices and resiliency and all that bollocks. But I can't figure out how to be like, okay, so I just need to do this. Instead I'm like, right, so I need a way to import a load of data. The problem is with machine learning stuff is you need a lot of data. So I need a way to get a lot of data. So therefore I'm starting to over-engineer that way. Of like, how do I prepare the data? How do I transform the data? And all that kind of shit. Stressing me out, mate. Stressing me out. So I literally just stare at the thing over and over again, trying to figure out how I'm going to do it. Where's my glasses case? I didn't get very far, got annoyed at myself, played some chess instead. I successfully drew the line at cigarettes. I told her that I was. I didn't want to. I just did a normal shop. Came back to her and was like, I don't want to get cigarettes. Didn't even give her a reason. So that went well. She then got a delivery from someone else. So maybe that's put myself in a bad books enough to not get asked again. Fingers crossed. Otherwise, I might rant to you again about New Year's resolutions and or my stressing about fucking what's it called? My inability to just hack things and play with things, and my ability just to get distracted and spin 10,000 plates and never achieve anything. Great fun. All of it's great fun. But yeah. But now we're going to bed because there ain't no point. There's not even like the fireworks on TV, so you can't even stay up and wait for that. Might as well just wake up in 2021 instead. Fuck it. First things first. I'm wearing a new T-shirt today. I bought this in the Black Friday sales. I also bought Dad a T-shirt, and that was his Christmas present. And then I saw these. I am permanently on the hunt for V-necks. Permanently. Because no one sells V-necks. Every T-shirt in the world seems to be a round neck. And I feel like I feel claustrophobic in a round neck T-shirt. So I'm permanently on the lookout. My initial ones were from Top Man, then H&M did some, and then like Hollister is the only place that did them. And now I've discovered Lacoste do them. And my God, it feels so good. But it was like £35, and they're normally £50. And I'm like, don't think I can justify spending £50 on a T-shirt, on like a standard T-shirt, non-polo shirt. But maybe I have to, because it does feel really good. And I've been like going on about it all day. Otherwise, last night was... We just went to bed last night. It was like 20 past 11-ish, kinda. And then like, going to sleep, fireworks. Shitloads of fireworks. I don't think I've ever heard so many fireworks. Not in the time we went to London. Crazy amount. Like, we must have been the only people on the entire street, apart from my next door neighbour who can't leave her house, that didn't do fireworks. We must be the only boring people. It was lit, and it was going on for like 15 minutes as well. Because obviously then like Monty was just looking out the window and stuff, but we're like trying to like get him away from the window so he doesn't look. But he's not bothered. He's just looking out like, my God. I can imagine his little eyes getting like reflected. But yeah, obviously we're semi-conscious of him like getting scared or whatever. But yeah, it didn't like stop until didn't properly stop till like 20 past. That was like the odd one going on from like 10 past to quarter past. Crazy. So we're the boring ones there, unfortunately. Otherwise, because of that, today was a slow start. Had breakfast. We've put away the Christmas decorations, which is sad. It's not sad. It's great. Got a living room back. What else did we do? Oh, we did that and then called that a day. We had leftover takeaway from last night for lunch. That was delish. Had a roast chicken for dinner. Living the dream. But basically it was just like tidying up, chilling out, relaxing. What's that called? It was something like that. Relaxing. I don't know. But yeah, it's been a really wet and miserable day today. So tomorrow we're going to go out for walks and stuff. Monty Moo. You come in. Come in, Moo Moo. He's not even going to be there, is he? I'm going to go around the corner. He's not going to be there. I feel like I've got hearing problems sometimes, you know. Words. Yeah. Otherwise, I've been thinking about things that I want to play with, and like resolutions and stuff. But I've not nailed it down yet. I think I'm getting a bit too scatterbrained. But the problem is when I focus in on stuff, I have too many things I want to do, but then I spend too long on each individual thing, so I never get anything done, including the thing I'm spending time on, because I'm spending too much time on it for what I want to achieve out of it. That's where I'm at. And like I say, I don't seem to be good at just like hacking something together anymore. That seems to be a skill that I don't possess. It has to be like an enterprise grade piece of fucking kit. Piss me off. I want to have a look at Palumi. I have no reason to. Because it's like how to like deploy infrastructure as code. But like, what infrastructure do I need to deploy? None. So I'm trying to find an excuse for that. I'm also trying to figure out a interesting security thing. Is it possible to do like integration tests? Like in a world where your security is managed by a separate microservice, can you split your testing out in a way that means you don't need to be running the security service all the time? Like, can you have like a fake version of it or something? Don't know. Does that just like invalidate all of your tests? Probably. And interestingly, along the Pulumi line is, if like you're Pulumying stuff in the environment, I'm kind of interested in the division between Docker and running things locally on your machine, like the push to containerize everything, and the like SaaS. Because you obviously can't containerize SaaS. And like, at what point do you switch? Like, for like to a certain extent, it's super easy just to have like blob storage or whatever, and just point all of your services at a centralized blob storage. But then you've also got to set up something outside of the code base that's got to be there. So maybe Pulumi sits in there. I'm like, or is it better just to have like a Docker Compose that spins up its own instance of the message bus or blob storage? It depends, I guess. Things like blob storage and databases, ideally you'd have a separate one for each microservice anyway. So in theory, having a centralized, having like Pulumi controlled or containerized databases isn't the end of the world. But like, you can't containerize your service bus like that. It'll have to go somewhere else. No, it's just something I've been thinking about, and like the cross between security, containerization stuff, testing, and Pulumi has been like a kind of like a 4-layered like thing that I want to I want to wrap my head around. I'm an estate now, aren't I? So you can't leave this room when that air is up. You just can't leave it because Monty just takes everything off of it. Jesus Christ. So we had quite a fun day today. We slow cooker cooking day. So woke up early, had breakfast, got ready, and then like started cooking at like stupid o'clock in the morning because we had a slow cooker chili that needed like 8.5 hours in total. So you got to like make sure it's in by like 10 o'clock in the morning. Living the dream. Which obviously isn't early, but you know what I mean. It's a weird time to cook beef is all. And then we went out for a walk. I went to the shop every year on the bounce. TMI. I treat myself to a new pair of underwear, and I always buy the wrong style every single year, without fail. So I had to go back to the shop and replace them and get the right style, because otherwise it's just not comfortable, is it really? And then we went out for a walk. We went down like near Clifton and around a park and stuff, which is near there. And it was friggin' chucking it down with rain the whole time. And it's been like raining and snowing and sleeting and whatnot. Anything else this? Yep. And that's kind of been it. I've been looking at some programming. I think I've got a solution for the thing I was talking about last night. I think I've got, at the very least, an approach that can be taken. So I think I know what I'm doing. I'm going to have a go anyway. Like, it's one of those things where it probably makes sense for what I'm doing. But I wouldn't do it at work, you know? But I'm going to see, I'm just going to do a proof of concept. I'm going to try and do a handoff at the API gateway. I was going to look at doing a handoff at an API manager, and then I could do Pulumi stuff. But, it solves the testing problem / isolates the testing problem at the API gateway. Which we'll see. We'll see how that works. But I've like scoped out like the next little bit of work that would do that for a project that I was doing that needed authentication, and I got stuck on. And yeah, I think it might make sense to effectively authenticate here and then in a private subnet. See, that's already doesn't sound good, I know. But in a private subnet, pass through the information you need to the client, to the microservices at the back end, unauthorized. Just see how that works. We'll find out. Otherwise, that's about all for the day. So yeah, unfortunately I haven't managed to bake Paloomi into it. Otherwise our bathroom light just broke. And put a new bulb in it for now, which is fine. But means project tomorrow might be fit new bathroom lights, which will be fun. Christmas is over, guys. We're going back to work tomorrow. Don't know what that means. I am going back effectively to a different role. As much as I started that role before Christmas, I didn't really start it. So looking forward to that. Today, we've not done anything. I managed to do this. Laura had an idea as to try and reorganise this room and see what this looked like here and that looked like there. And in the process, I nicked the wall. Doesn't look as good. It's nowhere near as comfortable. But apart from that, it's been a pretty boring day. We, like I say, had some breakfast, did that, had some lunch, and then we sat in there by the fire with the fire on, played a game of Ticket to Ride. What else do we do? I've been doing some programming. Whoa, holy smokes. I'm going to be honest, I am kind of backing out of what I thought I was going to do. I just feel like it's not as much as it's me doing more than I need to do. I feel like it's just not right. So I'm like backing out, I'm going back to a different tact. We'll see how it goes. We're going back to something that I know should work. It's just like a slightly different way of doing it. So yeah, that's basically been the day. Played some chess. Right, but tomorrow we're back to work. We're in a new role. It's going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to certain things about stuff, you know. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to getting back into programming outside of work. I'm looking forward to chess as a hobby. Hopefully we don't go into some kind of tier 4 kind of lockdown so I can go swimming this week. Otherwise my, what's the word? What is the word? My New Year's resolution is not going to go well. Anyway, thanks for watching this video, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe I could have used Christmas to upload videos. That would have been useful, wouldn't it? I think we don't even have Monty yet in the videos, I don't think. The last video I uploaded would have been Monty. Damn, boy. Damn, boy. So, yeah, it's bedtime. Thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I'll catch you later.